Hi, this is Igor Maizlan, and in this video I'd like to show you a game called Edgeman. I invented it in September 2017, and since this time the concept of Edgeman was published in several printed magazines, including Mensa magazines. Edgeman is a one-player logic game played on a square board of 8x8 squares. Each game starts with a random positions of 12 red and 12 green game pieces. The objective of the game is to minimize the number of pieces on the edges of the board. These are the edges or edge squares, and the less pieces here, the better is the score of the game. Valid moves. Each game piece can jump over a horizontally or vertically adjacent piece if there is an empty square on the other side of the piece being jumped over. So here are some examples. This piece will jump over this piece left. This piece will jump over this piece down. This piece will jump over this piece right. This piece will jump over this piece up. Both colors jump in the same way, but there is still some difference. Red piece is an eliminator, whereas green piece is only a jumper. If a red piece jumps over a piece, the piece being jumped over is always removed from the game. But when a green piece jumps over a piece, it doesn't eliminate the piece it jumps over. The piece being jumped over stays on its place. So here are some examples. Restart. So red pieces. This piece will jump over this piece left. This piece will jump over this piece up. This piece will jump over this piece right. This piece will jump over this piece down. Now green pieces. This piece will jump over this piece right. This piece will jump over this piece up. This piece will jump over this piece down. This piece will jump over this piece right. Now the same piece will jump left. As you can see, the move with a green piece is reversible, which means I can jump there and back and there and back, and nothing is going to be changed. So that's all as to the general rules of Edgeman. You can play this game with or without a computer. For example, you can draw a square board on the paper and use something as game pieces, coins, buttons, pills, or you can use your checkers or reverse this set. But playing Edgeman on computer is more comfortable because you can restart any position to the starting position by one click at any moment, or you can undo moves or make a long move. The long move is neither the next rule nor it is against the rules, and it is not necessary to use it, but it represents a pleasant tool that saves the clicks in a following special case. If you want to make a series of moves with two green pieces that would jump over each other several times in the same direction, it can be done by two clicks. For example, I restart first. Let's suppose I'd like to get these two green pieces to the other end of the RA. The first possibility is by a lot of clicks. Restart. Or I can do it by using the long move. So this is the long move. First click, second click, first click, second click, first click, second click, etc. It also works in vertical direction. The score. You win the game if you achieve at most 3 game pieces on the edges of the board before 1 minute has elapsed. Otherwise the game is lost. If you win, your score is appointed according to the number of pieces on the edges. For 3 pieces on the edges, you'll get 1 point. 2 pieces on the edges bring 2 points. If you had only 1 piece on the edges, your gain is 3 points. The clean edges are rewarded with 5 points. Strategy. I have discovered a few basic points of strategy, but I'm not going to describe them in this video. Just a very quick tour. The bridge. In Edgeman, you can often form a formation of 2 pieces that I call the bridge. In this position on diagram 1, it is possible to create a bridge in 5 moves. It looks like this. This is the bridge. It is useful if you want to transport more green pieces from the edge to the interior of the board. In position on diagram 2, it is possible to remove all these green pieces from the edge by using this bridge. Green machines. A green machine is a group of green and red pieces. The green pieces represents a movable part of the machine. The green pieces can gradually occupy a lot of squares and serve as a transport machine for other pieces. On diagram 4 you can see one of the basic standard green machines. I call it quadrax. The green pieces can visit 2 rows and 2 columns. Let's suppose we have a piece here on this square. We can transport it to this square by using this machine. On diagram 5 you can see a little bit more complex green machine here in the middle of the board. It demonstrates the power of green machines because it is able to withdraw these 3 corner pieces from the edges. Cleaning ball. The idea is to send a red piece from the interior of the board to the edges in order to use it as an eliminator there. In the position on diagram 6 we can send this piece to the edges and it will eliminate all these pieces there by jumping them over, and finally it will return back to the interior of the board by jumping over this piece. Triangle. The pattern is a configuration of a few pieces on the board, which solution is known. Of course, if you find such pattern in the game, you can take advantage of it. On diagram 7 there is a pattern which I call the triangle. Solution of this pattern is clean edges. Triangle occurs very often in Edgeman. Worlds and carriers. This is a little bit more complex strategy and I am not going to describe it now. I would just say that this approach brings a beautiful logic into the game. Okay, so let's play Edgeman. So here you can see 100 of galleries and each gallery contains 100 of starting positions. So I prepared 10,000 of starting positions at all. They are all perfectly balanced in terms of their difficulty, so they are not too easy, not too hard to be solved in 1 minute. So I choose one and I try to solve it in 1 minute. Okay, so my score is 2 because I have 2 on the edges. I'll try another game. Clean edges. My score is 5. Okay, so let's try another game. 4 on the edges. I must try it again. One, two, three, four. Hurry, hurry. Oh, just 4 seconds. Game over. Okay, so if you'd like to try this game, you can play it on the link below this video. Thank you for watching.